Alright, so this is an instruction video to help you with factor labeling. Before we get into the composite unit examples, let's just first start with a more basic example. Let's say you wanted to convert 83.9 centimeters and you wanted to convert it all the way to feet. And the two conversion factors that you were given is that 2.54 centimeters is equivalent to 1 inch, and that 12 inches is equivalent to 1 foot. So basically, your strategy to convert from centimeters to feet is going to be to first you're going to first use this conversion factor to convert from centimeters to inches, and then use this conversion factor to convert from inches to feet. So you are going to multiply 83.9 by a fraction. In order to get the centimeters to cancel out, those are going to go on the bottom. And then, since those go on the bottom, inches are going to go on the top. 1 inch goes on the top. And at this stage, if you were to stop, centimeters and centimeters would cancel out and you'd be left with inches. But we don't want to end up in inches, we want to end up in feet. So we're then going to subsequently multiply this by the next conversion factor. We're going to put 12 inches on the bottom so that inches and inches cancels out. And we're going to put 1 foot on the top. And then our final unit is going to be in feet. And the math that we're going to do in order to get our final answer is going to be 83.9 divided by 2.54, and then we're going to take that answer and we're going to divide it again by 12, and the final answer is 2.75 feet. 2.75 feet is our final answer. So now we're going to do the same thing once or twice using these composite units. So these composite units actually consist of two separate units. So the beginning unit is kilometers per hour. So the unit is going to be km per hour. This means that every single hour you go 1 kilometer, but the unit is two separate units stuck together in this fraction like this. And we want to know how many meters we go in 1 minute. So we want to convert from km per hour all the way to meters per minute. This is what we want the final unit to end up in. So we need to do two things. We need to convert the kilometers to meters using this conversion factor right over here. This is going to allow us to convert kilometers to meters. And then we're going to use this conversion factor over here to convert the hours into minutes. So first, you can do it in either order you want. It doesn't really matter which one you do first. I just arbitrarily chose to do kilometers to meters first, so I'm going to do that one. So since I want kilometers to cancel out, that means that kilometers, which was on the top, has to go on the bottom. So the way I'm going to write this conversion factor is 1 km equals 1,000 m. Again, the thing that you want to cancel out has to go on the opposite side for where it was originally. So since km used to be on the top of my fraction, now I have to put it on the bottom so that it cancels. So were I to stop right here, my new unit would be meters per hour, which is great, but I want meters per minute. So now next what I have to do is I have to turn the hours into minutes using this conversion factor right over here. So in order to get the hours to cancel, what I need to do is I need to put the hours on top so that the hours which are on the bottom over here get canceled out. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And now hours and hours are going to cancel out, and my new unit is going to be meters per minute, which is what I want. So the actual math that I'm doing over here is if I just look at the numbers, I'm taking 60, I'm multiplying by 1,000 and dividing by 60. So 60 divided by 60 is 1, times 1,000 is just 1,000, so my final answer is 1,000 meters per minute. So now we can do the same thing. Now we're doing it meters per second. We're going from 5 meters per second, 5 meters per second, and we want to end up in kilometers per hour, km per hour. And again, we have two conversion factors, so we need to first convert. We can do it backwards this time if we want. First, we can convert the seconds into hours using this conversion factor, and then we can convert the meters into kilometers using this conversion factor. So to convert the seconds into hours, since seconds is in my original unit, since it's on the bottom, in order to get it to cancel, we need to put it on the top. 3,600 seconds is equivalent to 1 hour. Seconds and seconds would cancel. And now at this point, my unit would be in meters per hour, which is halfway there because I want it to be in kilometers per hour. So in order to get the meters to go away and to be left with kilometers, I use this conversion factor over here, and I do 1,000 meters on the bottom so that the meters and the meters cancel. And I put 1 kilometer on the top, and then the meters cancel, and the math that I'm doing is 5 times 3,600 divided by 1,000, which if I pull this up right over here, I do 5 times 3,600 divided by 1,000, and that gives me the answer of 18. So that is how you go about doing this.